guys, welcome back to part 2 of me building. I'm sorry about the last episode, I know it was super short. Today we're going to be focusing on the downtown area of the city, as I didn't do much progress last episode. So I'm going to, of course I'm doing a voiceover, so I recorded this a few days ago. I just couldn't do the voiceover. And right around here you can see me as I'm trying to set up the road and everything. Yeah, you can see I'm like experimenting with like deciding whether I should add curves or not. Yeah, I was really just trying to get like the whole aspect of the city done. You can see right here I'm starting to place down buildings. These are actually the downtown buildings from the DLS that you can get from a certain pack, or not a pack. It was something that I use. I forget its name. But I use its buildings because they look really, really good, and they're some of the really good downtown buildings. So, yeah, you can see, because the roads didn't come with a sidewalk, and I wanted there to be a sidewalk, I decided to add one. As you can see, I'm just going through the sidewalk since I looked it up. Yeah, sidewalk. I ended up using that sidewalk because it looked the best, or at least it looked the best to me. And I was trying to, pretty much give it the aspect of a downtown area, and I wanted to make sure like it looked like people live there. Like a lot of like what I like to do is I like to make sure it looks like people do live there, but like I want to make sure it looks good. So I was really trying to get that aspect in, I guess, per se, you can say, because if I could get like the whole thing down, it would look awesome. The only problem I had was that when I was building, I thought I was wasting time on just looking out for buildings that I really didn't need. And this is a good example of that, because I started running out, so I would copy them, or I'd put them in a different position, but it serves its purpose. It serves its purpose. And then you'd see that building has like a little staircase there, so I'd fill that in. And I was trying to see which would look the best. And I was thinking about using that, but I'd end up searching up road, I'm pretty sure, to finish that. As you can see, when I was making it, I wasn't exactly happy with it, so I changed it out, was scrolling, and I searched up road, ended up using a texture that I also got from a downloaded map. It came with the map. It was a very nicely made map, and I used this texture because I felt like it would match the best with what I was using. So I was trying to get that aspect of it, or at least the depth in it. So trying to get this, yeah, you see I started using the same buildings over again. But yeah, you can see I'm turning everything. I'm trying to get it to look as good as I can possibly make it, because there are a lot of limitations in this game. Well, there's not as many as there used to be. There's obviously not as many limitations anymore. You can practically do whatever you want, but I couldn't, because I still need to try to get used to it here. And then this is the cool thing I was trying to add. I was trying to add like a little museum or caboose, like a little caboose stand or something. And I think it's cool because like this is like what a lot of people will do. And it's yeah, see, I was moving it around to right around there is where I would keep it for the rest of the build, or where I will keep it. And I don't know if I'm gonna switch it out or not with a different caboose, but I was thinking about using my N&W caboose, but I wasn't exactly going to use it, so I used the NM&W caboose, whatever that means. So, yeah. So a little bit, so yeah, I was moving it around, I was trying to get into a good position. So I wanted it to be by the road, but I didn't want it to be super close to the road, so I ended up measuring how much I wanted it. Because I didn't want it to be like taking up too much space. As you can see right there, that would be around 80, almost 80 feet of track. I would have laid, and then I put it right there. And then I was looking for downtown buildings, as this was trying to kind of like in front of a like a little store. So I ended up using that building, which honestly I might switch out. I don't know yet. If you guys, then I found the road texture. If you guys want me to switch it out, I will. I found the road texture that I would end up using. And then I wanted to have like a little basketball court or something. I wanted to have a little bit of like a little, I guess, basketball court or like some construction. So I grabbed the fence. Yeah, you do a little fence around the thing, around the caboose. And working with trying to move everything into the right position, it's hard because sometimes the spines like to move. But I got lucky; I didn't have to deal with that. So here's where I started getting into problems because I wanted to have something for people to do, or like a parking lot or something. So as you can see, I was getting scaffolding. I was looking for stuff to use, and trying to make sure it felt like people lived there. So I got some scaffolding to say that they were kind of working on that building or something. I got some trees. And just to fill it in, I got in another downtown building, which just to make it filled in. And then I found the basketball court, and I thought about using it because it fits in this kind of area. But I scrolled down all the way to the grade thing, which the grade caution, which I don't really need at this point in the build, so I wasn't really trying to pay much attention. Then I was looking at sheds. I was looking at sheds and houses to use. Again, trying to make sure that aspect was there. And then I ended up just deciding to do a car park. Because I got a little shack building, put that right next to it, and just made a little car park. And as I know I have to cut the sidewalk. I didn't do that during the build. That was my bad. So before you guys start yelling at me and be like, dislike, he didn't do it right. It's my fault. And yeah, I was just setting up this little urban area, I guess. Because like, ow, just hurt myself. Anyways, just having a downtown area would make it feel like more lived in. So then I started to do some track work again. You can see I got a train over there waiting to go. And I was just filling in the stuff, which I think I should have increased the radius to make it better. But it's always a little laggy when I'm working with it, so it's not a big deal though. Staying back to the downtown area, I thought it looked pretty good, and I was thinking about adding more, which I would end up doing actually, yeah. So I didn't want it to just end off like that. I decided to add a road that would cross the track, just to expand on the town a little bit, because I know you guys are going to probably want me to do that. In all technical terms, it's not what I wanted, as I didn't have what I needed. It didn't have the road crossing, which I had to look for, but I didn't really want to use the other ones. I decided to use those because they were the signs, I guess, I wanted to use. The time period of this is kind of confusing. It's kind of around the 1950s, I guess. I don't really know, because I haven't fully decided like every single statistic. So I was looking for it. I was going through my stuff, and I could not find it. And it was bugging me. I was going through all my stuff, and I could not find it. It was annoying me. So I found the dirty track, which I will actually, fun fact, In the next part, there's going to be a lot of progress. And I did a lot of progress in this episode too, adding the entire downtown area, and extending out the road, and finishing off the track. I also did a little bit of work off camera, but that you'll see that later. And then I was looking for it crossing. And then I ended up finding it. The JR Wood crossing is what I used because that didn't look good at all. So I deleted it all. Got the wood crossing, which for some reason was still too low, and I don't really know what to do. So I don't want to rise up the track or lower the stuff because it'll make it look weird. So I ended up just deleting that strip of road, and I'd replace it with that. So it does seem like it's unethical, but it works. What it seems is that we're coming to the end of the time lapse, so I'm going to cut off in around 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go. Now you can see the town in all its glory. You can see I got some trains running. This is the area that you might not have seen too well. And then, yeah, so I had already completed this previously. I don't know why those trees were those color. I cleaned up the area a little bit. Off camera, I cleaned it up a little bit more. And I wanted to add some cars and stuff. I couldn't find good car assets, but I'll try and find some. And also got rid of the sidewalk, I know, to make sure cars could actually get in there. The town, you saw this in the last episode, and trains going backwards for some reason. Ignore that. I also added some trees, and yeah. And this is about where the time lapse is going to end. We did make a lot of progress. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later. Go!